Hey Beirut Buzzers, it's Taline and welcome back to another episode brought to you by Beirut.com. So on last week's episode, we had a podcast with Youssef, the CEO of Eucalypto, which is a new, inclusive and eco-friendly publishing house in Lebanon. Be sure to give that a listen. This week, however, we are shifting gears and I have with me today a very special guest, Shana, who is a new age pop artist. Hi Shana, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Great, better than ever. I love having people in the music industry as guests. Like, I feel like it's such a diverse field. It's so interesting to have pop artists over. I wanted to start off by talking about your
Yes.
work. How did you decide that making music was for you?
Actually, I decided to do music because music with time became a therapy for me. And I also realized that I just was so passionate of music that there was nothing else I wanted to do. And I felt like my purpose in life, and in my opinion, we all have purposes, you know? So
Yeah.
my purpose was to maybe express how I feel or sing songs that make me feel so good through my music and through songs and melodies and instruments. So you know, sometimes it's quite complicated and difficult to express why I chose to go this direction instead of another direction, but it's just you feel it. It's you
Yeah.
feel like, yeah, it's just a feeling of this belongs to me and this doesn't belong to me, and I knew that music
Yeah.
and everything related to it belonged to me actually.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Like, my entire life, I thought I wanted to be a doctor.
You
So
see, yeah.
I wanted to go into med school, but then I realized that I'm an English major now. Like, I felt like that was for me, and I didn't feel the need to justify to anyone, and I never knew how to justify, but just like, it's your
Exactly.
calling. It's your calling, you know? Like, you just feel like
Yeah,
this is where you belong, and you don't really have to explain to anyone. And
exactly.
I love music so much. Like, I'm sure everyone listens to music, like, as a therapy. And music therapy is a
Yeah.
thing now, which I think is, like, it's beautiful.
Yes,
Um,
of course.
I can't imagine though, like telling my parents and I want to be a pop artist. Has your family and friends, have they always been like super supportive?
Um, it's a good question because I actually completely understand what you're saying regarding being scared of saying to your parents and to your family members what you actually want to do in life. You know, like I don't want to do business, or I don't want to go to this part of the of life, into business life and finance. I want to go into the music and art life. And we all
Yeah.
know, and to be real honest and realistic, when you start this, when you get into this music industry, you don't make money. And actually, you get in
Hmm.
this music industry knowing that you're not gonna make anything, any dollars or any, anything that's gonna make you like live very happily. No, you
Yeah.
actually know that you're getting in the business because you love it and you're passionate about it. So my family, I'm so thankful and so really, I mean, I wake up every single morning thinking about that. My family has been so supportive since the day I started singing, literally. Like my family has always been a fan of music. We've always been a family, music lovers. And from
Hmm.
80s to 90s to till today, we still listen together to different types of songs. And that's just so nice how flexible and understanding my family has been. So um, it has been very easy compared to other people. Mine have been like very understanding, and I'm so grateful for that. Actually, they are the ones that pushed me to do what I love and to like to go for it and work hard for it. That's all they told me. What they said is like, Shan, we trust you. If you do what you're gonna do, then do it with love, do it with passion, work hard for it, or else you're not gonna get it. Because anyways, if you work hard for anything, you will get it. If you don't, you might not get to where you want to. So my family has always been very supportive. Yes, I'm very thankful for that. And till today, every morning they're like, are you happy? Are you doing what you love? Is there another music? When I release a song, they're like, oh my God, it's an amazing song. They give me a lot of advice. There's still parents that are overprotective, and this
Hmm.
is a good side of it because it's not that they're like, you know what, you're an artist. No, they still care so much about me. They care about my image, they care about my health, because this industry is not as easy as you think. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually wanted to follow up on that. I can imagine, like, I can't
Yeah.
imagine, like, how tough this industry is.
Yes.
So your family really has been your rock. How is it like
Yes.
to
Yes.
be like not just an artist in the Arab region in this industry as a female artist? Like, what are I can imagine that you go through a lot of obstacles, like trying to make it and trying to like deliver your message.
Yes, yes. Beautiful what you said. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it actually. Since you spoke about, being a woman in the music industry, I don't think that, thankfully, unfortunately, it's not a problem. I
Mm-hmm.
also asked this question yesterday to my manager. Like, do you think that male artists are more known than female artists because they're female? And he's like, that has nothing to do with it. And then I
Mm-hmm.
started thinking, like alone, consciously, I'm like, yeah, actually, it has nothing to do with it. It really depends on who you are, what you want to give, what's your purpose. So, um, as a female artist, sorry, and it's not even something that I consider. Maybe people think that it's harder as a female artist, but me, I've had obstacles, but this is just the show business. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah, it's the show business. So, hey, show business, not hey, female artist, that's what you get. No, this is the show
Yeah.
business. Everyone gets like these hard times and these amazing times. So, it hasn't been easy, of course. It has every day for me is a challenge. Every single day, especially leaving my country that I've I never thought I would leave my country ever, ever.
Yeah.
Literally, Tareen, never. I'm so um I love it. It's a love-hate relationship, like everyone says, but it's still a heartbreak when I wake up and I'm like, oof, I'm not here. I'm there. I'm in Paris right now.
Yeah.
So you see
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So yes, there are challenges, and as a female artist, I haven't been through obstacles because of that, but of course there have been ups and downs, and this is the beauty of the music and the magic of the music
Yeah.
industry, is that you learn every single day. You learn how to be more yourself and how to just not give up, because music industry, yes, you can easily give up. It's such a competition. It's like
Yeah.
a field where there's only competition, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hope like
So
everyone listening right now that wants to go for music and they've been scared, I hope this
yes,
inspires them. لأنه صراحة you inspired
yes,
me so much in these like 2 minutes that you've been talking. I got really
thank you.
emotional. I'm Jad. That was
It's because
so
I
nice.
talk about it with love. It's like,
Yeah.
this is when you know that when you wake up in the morning, I'm sorry I said so many times wake up, but literally, like, waking up in the morning is the thing that everybody looks forward to. Like, I wake up,
Yeah.
wow, I'm alive. So I have a day to spend and to do what I love. And I can't procrastinate and say, I'm going to do it tomorrow. No, like, really gratefully, I'm here, and I'm doing what I love. And yes, if you love it so much, then go for it. But know that you're gonna have to work hard, because it's such an industry that's like, it's a hard industry. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
a
hard.
hundred percent. هلا, being someone that's abroad right now, does Beirut inspire you specifically in your music, or is it more like something
Yes.
that's more personal?
No, actually, Beirut. First of all, actually, I the next song that I'm gonna release, inshallah, has it's a song that I mostly wrote, actually, like 90%. I wrote this song, and this is the first song I wrote on my album.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I got inspired thanks to my country. Yeah, Lebanon has been, I was born there. I've been there for 20 years. I just left. That's the first time I leave, like, officially, to go
Yeah.
to some other place, and um, show what I've got to another country or another world, because Lebanon, you literally are in your own bubble. And I
Yeah.
learned that it was such a beautiful time when I was in my bubble with my family and friends. Yes, with all these problems in Lebanon, but at the end of the day, you're so attached to it. You love it so much that even though it breaks your heart, you're like, I'm never gonna leave you. But this time I couldn't. So
Yeah.
I had to leave. but I brought Lebanon with me. And every single time I try to write, because I'm trying to write a lot nowadays, I get inspired by my country.
That's
About positive
beautiful.
things and negative things. Yes.
Yeah, actually, I was actually going through all of your music. هلا I had a little like mini stalking session صراحة ما أكذب عليك because I listened to your song Mental and it's my favorite, by the way. I love it.
Thank
عن
you.
جد, whoever's listening right now, I like stop the podcast عن جد, go listen to Mental. It's such
Thank
a
you
good
so much.
song.
Thank you.
Also, I noticed you've done a collaboration with Guy Manoukian.
Yes, yes, indeed.
I love him so much. I've actually had an interview with him once for an article that I was writing about Armenia, and he
Yes,
spoke so much about how his roots inspired him, not just as like the Armenian part, but also the Lebanese part. And it was so
of
beautiful to
course.
listen to this. And it's so nice to listen to artists talk about how much their country inspires them. And it's heck, you feel like خلاص أنا
Yes.
كمان I want to contribute. I also want to be part of that movement, like to bring Lebanon back up to the standard that it should be on, you know?
Girl, I completely agree with you. You know, like for me, the way I am today is not only thanks to my parents, my parents come from Lebanon and they have been educated there. So it all goes back to being Lebanese, coming from this country, being
Yeah.
educated, and they never showed that they were. Lebanon has never showed that it was better than anyone. It just showed how humble and genuine people can be, and this is what also I want to give to my audience and to give to the people that listen to my music, that every single release is going to be about something. Like, for example, Worth It is about women empowerment and how like the confidence you have, self-love, self-confidence, and Mental is like going crazy. It's just different aspects, and of course it all goes back to Lebanon. Yes, of course. And Guy Manoukian, since you spoke about him, I've worked with him when I went to Dubai. That also has been like a few months ago, before Christmas. I um i performed at his theater, the Theater Dubai. First of all,
Mm-hmm.
he's such an amazing composer and pianist. He's the best, actually, and working with him has been an incredible experience, with him and his team, of course. And yes, and I can see how especially you're talking about Guy Manoukian, and when I met him, I'm like, yeah, you come from Lebanon and you come from Armenia. I mean, I can you can connect with these people. You know, you can feel
Yeah.
like you have the same vibe, you have the same love for your country. So yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, هلا
Yeah.
أنا in my mind لما I picture like a singer songwriter, بتخيل someone like in the early stages, you sit at your little desk in your room, you have your guitar, and like, heck, do you
Yes,
have somewhere like your go-to spot,
of
like
course.
because you know Beirut.com is, we have guides. We want to know like where exactly you would spend, where your creativity flowed best. Yani, if you have somewhere you love to go in
Mhm.
Beirut just to make music.
Okay. First of all, sometimes I like to be alone. Sometimes I like to be surrounded by my family, and without them knowing, I like to start writing when they're around.
Mm-hmm.
So the song that's gonna get released very soon, so like I said, has been written by me and my manager, and I actually had the inspiration of this song thanks to the place I was. I was surrounded by my friends and family, and my manager was here in Lebanon. He came to visit, and he was like, "Hey, Shan, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm tired." He's like, "Even though you're tired, just try to write." And
Mm-hmm.
I was tired, but I was surrounded by my friends, so I was in the mood, so I stayed with them. And he's like, because we worked a lot during that day, but still, he was like, "Girl, that doesn't mean anything. You have to write." And I love that push from my manager. And
Yeah.
this is where the song came up. Like I took my notebook and I started writing, and my friends had no idea I was writing a song. And then I showed it to my manager the same night. It was like a bonfire, all of us playing games, and I just disconnected and I just wrote how I felt. And you guys are gonna understand, hopefully. And yeah, he's like, "Okay, that's a track," and we got it. So it really depends. It really depends. Whenever I feel like it, by the way, whenever I'm in Paris at the metro and I feel like I don't know, I'm a guy is sitting reading a book. Sorry, I just literally write about something that inspires me. So it could be
Yeah.
anywhere. It could really be anywhere. I just have my little notebook and my pen, and I write about things that inspire me when I'm walking around Paris, and even in Lebanon, since you spoke about Lebanon. Um, the moments, even before actually that bonfire thing, I didn't have an inspiration to write. I was actually struggling. I was like, why can't I write? Why am I being unable to write? And this is where um, I don't know, this moment clicked, and I got inspired, and I wrote this song. And to be real honest, when you write a song and people appreciate it, and you actually appreciate it before anyone does, this is where you're even more confident and you love yourself even more. And your mind is like, okay, this is a step forward to knowing that this is what you're supposed to do in life. So for me, just imagine a single song, just as simple as that, made me realize that even though it's not the best song like Rihanna, Drake, or it's a song that I wrote coming from the heart. It made me realize that, Shana, you're not gonna stop. You have to continue. This is a purpose. Keep on writing. Keep on writing. Like, try to write an album by yourself. So it really depends where. I'm sorry, I went way further than that, but this is where you think,
No, I
my
love
God.
that. I love that. It's like
So
insight out
yeah,
of the thought process. I love that, Anjad.
but by
I
the
love
way, the
listening.
guitar, I unfortunately don't have my guitar here in Paris. They didn't allow me to take it in Paris. It has been a
Oh,
very tragic moment at the
Anjad.
airport. Yeah, I was like, what? If you're taking my guitar, then take me. I mean, I'm going with my guitar. I need it. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to figure it out. Of course, my parents are coming to Paris, so my mom's going to bring it for me. But my guitar in Lebanon, yes, as well. This first song that I wrote, I had my guitar with me and I had the lyrics finished and I started playing. So if only I could walk around Paris and just sit and play the guitar, I would do it. And there isn't a specific place, sorry, for me to play the guitar, to play or write my songs. It's just wherever I feel like I'm comfortable, inspired, happy, sad, every feeling that I get, I'm able to stop and just write about it. Even though it doesn't even end up as a song. These are just words like sad, happy, these
Yeah.
things. So yeah, that's mostly it.
That sounds amazing. Wallah, I would never understand like how people could be able to do this. Like, I know it takes a lot of talent, like to be able to
Oh
sit
my
down and come
God.
up with words
Yeah.
and actually like be able to express how you're feeling. People underestimate how
Yes.
difficult that is.
You have
مرة
no
actually
idea.
كانت
Yeah.
بمعاصر الشوف. I was in the Cedar Reserve where there were girls
Wow.
sitting together and they were playing the guitar and they were improvising and they were just talking about like
Wow.
random things. بيشوفوا like leaves and they sing a song about leaves and then the sky and the
Wow.
clouds, and that was so beautiful. So like I can
This is so
completely
beautiful.
understand. That's amazing,
And,
Amjad.
and this is how you start writing. Like what you
Yeah.
just said is amazing, and I've seen this everywhere as well. Like people just, even at the metro, they sing and they dance and they just play to feel comfortable, to get into their bubble. It's so beautiful. That's why
Yeah.
music is so magical. It's crazy.
Yeah. I completely understand. Hala, I have
So
one
beautiful.
final question.
Of course.
I feel like this is maybe like it feels like a stupid question, but no. Why
Go
do
for
you
it.
write your name the way it's written? Because I know when I contacted you, you corrected me because I called you Shana, and then you were like, "No, my name is Shana, like the way it's written with the two S's and the H's and the dots."
Yes.
But I was like, "Is there a reason?"
First of all, when you start something, you go for it to the end. You don't accept like, I'm not saying few mistakes like that mistake from you made, like, no, but you don't accept like going as a chill person. Yeah, you can call me wherever. No, like Lady Gaga is Lady Gaga. Shana,
Yeah.
my name, the way it's written is Shana. And actually, I've been asked a lot about why my name is written this way, and I already said it actually, but I completely understand why you're asking this question. At the same time, I'm going to answer you as simple as that. Is that why not? Why don't I write this name? Like, I love it. I find it very artistic, and it's my character. It's the artist I want to be. I want to have this name, and I love it. And I don't think that I should. I'm not saying that to you, but I don't think that, like you said, I don't need to explain why, for example, I'm doing what I love, or why do I love music. I just know it and I feel it. Same thing as my name. I don't think I have to explain why my name is written
Yeah.
this way. It's just I love it and I feel comfortable with it, and it's different. It's different. I like how people are like, why do you write your name like that? And I'm like, I like that reaction. That's why I wrote it.
Yeah.
Like,
It's super
you know,
memorable, Kaman. Yeah, it's like
yes.
I like how you explained that like you don't have to give anyone a reason why you wanted that. Like you're being unapologetically yourself. Like this is who you are, and
Yes.
I love that Anjad, and that's super memorable. لأنه أنا
Thank you.
usually I do look for local artists to listen to because I love supporting local.
That's so nice of you. Yes.
So I saw your name. This is the only name that's ever stuck with me. No offense to any other Lebanese artist. I support all of you, but no, it stuck with me so much because it's so unique. And I feel like best light be your picture and your music. And I saw your name and I was like, oh my god, that makes so much sense for some reason. It just
Well,
made
thank you
sense.
so
Lish, your
much.
name was like that. I
Thank
love
you. It
that.
means a lot. I like what you said. Thank you. This is exactly what I wanted people to feel. When they see my name, it belongs to me. So why not keep it? Or why would I write my name differently, the normal way? If I write it the way I'm an artist, now I'm considered as an artist, and I want to influence people to do what they want to do till the end. Like there's no obstacles, no one telling them like, no, I'm gonna call you this way, or no, just don't do that. You don't look good. I want to do it because I feel good, and I want to do it because it makes me who I am. That's what differentiates me from other artists. I'm not the second Dua Lipa. I'm S.h.a.n.a. and she's Dua Lipa. She's the first and I'm the first. You see what I mean? And it's about everything. You have no idea how the name is important. So it's about the name, about your character, about who you are, about your music, about the place you've been born in. So it's about everything. And that's why it's so important for me to write my name and say my name this way.
Yeah, I love that, Anjad. This was such an amazing talk. Anjad,
Thank you.
this podcast is probably going to be one of my favorites so far.
Thank
and
you.
I hope everyone that's listening feels the same. I think we can close off right now. Is there anything you would like to tell our audience?
Well, I just wanted to say, first of all, thank you for contacting me and doing this podcast. It was a pleasure. Same here. A huge pleasure. I really appreciated your questions and your words. So
thank you.
It's always a pleasure to talk to people that come from the same country as I do, Lebanon.
Yeah.
I miss my country. I miss my country so much. I miss my family. And yes, I have something to say, that I'm so grateful every time I have a podcast or an interview and I get so deep into the conversation. I just realize who are the people that were behind me to support me and who pushed me to be here. So I just want to thank all of them. Daniel Korkov, White Kid Records, Warner Music Mina, Guy Manoukian, Eli, Ael, and my family. My mom, my dad, my sister, everyone. So that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you. And thank you for the support. Like, you even support me a lot thanks to this podcast. Yes, so it's great.
Okay, so everyone, we're gonna link S.h.a.n.a.'s socials. Make sure to check her out and keep up, because she just exclusively mentioned that she's gonna be releasing something very soon. If you haven't listened to Mental or any of her other tracks, they are amazing. Go for it right now. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Beirut.com's Beirut Buzz podcast. Tune in to hear our chats with different talents from around the country. You can find the Beirut Buzz podcast on Apple, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere you get your podcasts. Be sure to also follow us at Beirut City Guide on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.